Hello friends, welcome to Technique and this is Nirmal here and in this video we talk about the camera review of the new Nokia 6. So Nokia 6 is the latest smartphone which is priced 15k in India, available exclusively on Amazon. So this comes with the Snapdragon 430 octa-core chipset coupled with 3 gigs of RAM and 32 gigs of storage. And on the camera front we have a 16 megapixel rear camera with f-stop 2.0 dual LED flash, and on the front panel we have an 8 megapixel camera, and here again we have f-stop 2.0. Both the front and rear cameras come with autofocus. Now let's go straight into the camera interface and see how good the camera interface is. So looking at the camera interface, you can see that this is quite similar to what we have seen on the Nokia 3 and Nokia 5. So we get a few options on the left side, including HDR timer and the option to choose the selfie mode. Then if you go to the settings, you can see there is compass, spirit level and additional options included. Then if you scroll down, you can see the aspect ratio. You can select the back camera and front camera resolution. So you can choose the megapixel 4:3 aspect ratio for both rear and front cameras. Now coming back to the interface, if you go to the video recording mode, so if you go to the video recording mode, you can see you can increase the speed of recording. There is also slow motion supported, but for slow motion you need to select 720p. So slow motion is supported only on the 720p settings. Now coming back to the photos mode, we have this option of photos, panorama and beautify mode, both for the rear and front cameras. So the interface, nothing much changed from Nokia 5 and Nokia 3. Quite a decent experience, but there aren't too many features or modes included. Some basic modes are included. Now let's go straight into the camera samples. First, let's have a look at the. So here are the daylight captures taken with the Nokia 6, and you could see that the color quality of the samples taken looks pretty good for a phone in the 15k price segment. The sharpness levels are quite adequate, but not really as good as what we have seen on the Lenovo K8 Note or the Moto G5 Plus or even the Honor 6X. But overall the color quality and detailing looks pretty decent for a phone in the 15k price segment. So daylight captures will not disappoint most of the users, but they are not really of great quality to compare with or beat the Honor 6X or the Moto G5 Plus, but they are quite above average clarity in the rear camera. Now looking at the close-up images, again they have come quite well. You could see some good detailing in the close-up images as well, and the color quality is pretty spot on, and overall clarity of the photos also looks decent. So the daylight captures taken with the Nokia 6 came out pretty well, and they are quite acceptable for a phone in this segment. But they're not really class leading like what we've seen on the Honor 6X or the Moto G5 Plus or even the Lenovo K8 Note. So it won't beat those phones, but it is definitely a step below those phones in terms of the overall clarity of the photos. Now looking at the low light captures taken with this device, you could see that low light captures, there is a bit of over sharpening happening in the image processing, and hence you could see some blurring happening in the low light captures. In order to reduce the noise levels, the over sharpening happens, and not the best experience, but again still we would say the low light experience was quite average altogether. Even in close-up images, the amount of light, if the amount of light reduces, you could see the noise and the over sharpening happens, ending up with blurry images in extreme close-up images. So the low light experience is not as good as what we have seen on the Moto G5 Plus or even the Honor 6X, but it is definitely average performance in this price segment. So that was the daylight captures and the low light imaging abilities of the Nokia 6 from the rear camera. So overall we would say the rear camera performed quite well, but not a class leading camera by any means. Now let's talk about the selfie experience. So this phone comes with an 8 megapixel camera, and you could see that the 8 megapixel shooter produces some really decent selfies out there. It's not again the best selfie out there, but still definitely acceptable selfie photos taken with this device, and the tones in the selfies also looked quite well. So if you're looking for selfie experience, the autofocus also worked pretty well. So altogether not a bad option for selfie cameras in this price segment. So that was the selfie camera of the Nokia 6. Now let's talk about the video recording. The video recording of the Nokia 6 is 1080p, and as I said before, there is also slow motion recording available with 720p. Now the video recording looked quite well, and the focusing was also pretty good. The color quality was also acceptable, but then the sharpness could have been slightly better in the video recording. So this video we are taken using the front camera on the Nokia 6, and this is an 8 megapixel shooter. It has the autofocus and also comes with a full HD video recording. So this you can see we have taken it outdoor, and you can see how good the video recording quality from the front camera on the Nokia 6. So that was the Nokia 6 camera review. So all in all, how good is the Nokia 6 camera when compared to the competition? So we would say Nokia has done a decent job with the cameras. It's not as bad as what we have seen on the Nokia 5 or the Nokia 3. So it's definitely a step ahead of the Nokia 5 and Nokia 3 camera comparisons. And this is offered at 15K price segment. So at this price segment, the Nokia 6 isn't the best out there. It is definitely above average performance, but it won't beat the camera leaders in this segment like the Honor 6X, the Moto G5 Plus, or even the Lenovo K8 Note in terms of the overall performance. But for an average camera user, they won't be disappointed with the camera on the Nokia 6. So that's all guys with the camera review on the Nokia 6. Hope this video was useful. Do hit the like button and also hit the red subscribe button for more videos. And if you plan to buy this device, we'll share the Amazon link in the description of this video. You can use our link and buy the device. So thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.